Progression of the thin phone. Night cold is the best cold. My female friends. Me. Dating advice. Apple after making a thin phone and adding battery pack to make it thick again. Genius bar. I'm overrated. It's pretentious. It insists upon itself. Slippery thief and scuba gear swipes $20,000 from Disney World restaurant slims away. As I have gotten older, the threshold to buy myself a treat for no reason has gotten much lower. Overheard one kid at the Mall of America tell his friends he had to get his wisdom teeth out and his friend says why? Gotta make room for more D's. And wow, insults have really come a long way since I was a kid. Eating something soft and it went crack. When you're trying to get off but the acting in the ton is so you're no longer amused. I told my mom that trying to smash was slang for going to smash burger and now I deeply regret it. Are you trying to smash today? No mom, I packed a lunch. Come on, it'll be quick. You can save it for tomorrow. I'm good. Come on sweetie, you're not too old to smash with your mother. Mom, please stop saying that. When you're on your third damn that's crazy and they keep talking. Jimmy Kimmel making a boring joke. White House announcing the cancellation of the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Dopamine. One more video you'll be fine. Me. 6 hours later questioning all of my life choices. New iPhone features. Old Android features. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They are the same picture. Nice 400-pound squat bro, she just let me hit cause I'm goofy. Patting myself on the back for putting the washing on, then realizing 3 hours later I forgot to push start. Getting a nosebleed in real life. And it will pass. Getting a nosebleed in fiction. Okay, getting. How the cute little bears at the liquor store look at me with my son's heart surgery money. Tired of boiling water every time you make pasta? Boil a few gallons at the beginning of the week and freeze it for later. When you live in a bad neighborhood but you know everyone. Level 20 in Disgaea, level 20 in Pokemon, level 20 in Final Fantasy, level 20 in Dungeons and Dragons. The age of millennial grey is over. The time of the having actual effing color in your house has come. The German word for 11. Former gifted child, nothing included. When people ask what are you supposed to be, just reply I was supposed to be a lot of things. Me at 3 AM after putting 5 times but still horny and unable to go to sleep. I don't give a F about a dream job. I hate working. If I won the lottery, I would F off. When the joke is so funny HR wants to hear it in person. The raging global war on pills. People who just mind their own business. You say people of my time saw this and did nothing. That is precisely what I'm saying. The last stroke makes you put. This doesn't mean the first stroke was useless. Success is a result of continuous effort. Christian Bale gains £30,000 to play the Netherbrain in the Baldur's Gate live action series. It's crazy that this dude became a huge meme in 2 completely different internet eras. Nintendo in their commercials. Nintendo in real life. When you install the latest Assassin's Creed on your old laptop from 2017. Every damn time. How the F a computer gonna ask me if I'm a robot? MF you a robot. When your recommendations are so cooked you gotta delete everything and start from scratch. Me reminiscing about the 80s knowing damn well I was born over 20 years later. 4 ways to raise a man's heart rate to a dangerous level. Taking 2 trips. Hold 1 grocery bag on each finger. Remember when the most controversial late night show was Twilight Zone? Cats at 3 AM, sprinting full speed for no reason. It wasn't a fart. Panic. By a miracle of divine beings my whites are still white. Calm. quitting your job really, a man of your talents, it's a peaceful life. When you know that the big A backpack stunted your growth back in school but just can't prove it. As of today, you children are strictly forbidden on accessing the internet without proper identification. Literally everyone. Here's my identification. Every knife is a survival knife. Me fantasizing about having a long relaxing vacation for the holidays. Realizing I actually need to pay for hotels and flight tickets from my own money. When all your friends are getting married but you're still deleting and reinstalling Tinder and you'll probably lie alone. How doing your pants feel like when you need to use the toilet really bad. When you meet your perfect soulmate and you complete each other. Once every 6 months this man in South Dakota climbs this 1,500-foot high communication tower to change the light bulb. He's paid $20,000 per climb. My dumb A would forget the light bulb in the truck every time. I honestly hate that we have normalized the idea that all opinions are valid. I think we should get back to telling people that they are ill-informed and ignorant. Butter watching the rest of the food in the fridge from its special tray. When I'm in an absolute effing liar competition and my opponent is the dryer's countdown timer. When we both agree a certain person is annoying and it strengthens our bond. I mean, it's an insect girl, there's no way anyone could realize them. 34 artists. Men, when you sit on your wallet, just know it's really bad for your spine. I wish my wallet was thick enough to cause me some back problems. When you're low-key philosophical but never taken seriously cause you default goofy. I bet he's thinking about medieval Europe again. A single Dorito has more extreme nacho cheese flavor than a medieval pet experienced in their entire lifetime. So I googled it, and you have to be celibate for 1 to 2 years to qualify to be a nun. Why the F am I closer to becoming a nun than getting in a relationship? Evil browsers, Evil Opera GX, Crime, Dark Safari, Edge, Water Wolf. These pigeons look like they are posing for a 90s rap album cover. Holding off Mariah Carey for as long as possible. I'm playing 2 chess grandmasters by mail. One is white, the other is black. I just send them each other's moves. They both think I'm a genius. Both invite me to their homes to make their wives as they watch from the closet. That's when I secretly charge all my electronics. Free electricity. You see, we created a new term. Latinx. No, gracious. When you put your playlist on shuffle and 4 of the first 10 songs are the ones you have been listening to the most recently. When you're trying to get off but the acting and the ton is so good you're no longer aroused and fully invested in the story. Microsoft glitches. Chuck Norris once swiped his credit card and the machine got declined. Why I'm quiet, I'm shy. The topic at hand does not interest me. I hate people. When your friends make plans and don't include you. Told my dad about a rough patch I went through mentally and he asked in a concerned voice whether I had still managed to take my car in for routine maintenance. When you tell a slightly offensive joke at the dinner table, mom, dad, younger sibling trying to figure out the joke, grandpa. Teens deciding how to speak online, hood slang, woo woo hi. From the 1800 plus, meowdy my N. Pushes her A back while spooning, me, rise my glorious creation, rise. When you text someone at night on some freaky mood and they respond well into the morning trying to continue, the sun is out, I'm pure again. Yo face when somebody trying to hold a deep conversation but you drunk as hell. When there's an active looter at Olive Garden the Andes is left unguarded. Yes. But, Jim. Disney, you see this thing? This is literally my favorite thing. Now it's gone forever so it's not real and I don't care about it anymore. I would rather get 1 cent a second than $2.5 million. 1 cent a second is 1.3 billion every other week. Hardly a difficult choice. Literally, how did you reach this result? I just thought of the biggest number 1 no and commented it. I can't, man. My mom said no. Americans be like, just gonna drive across the street to ask my neighbor something. As a child, I'm going to make a lot of money doing something I love and be respected by my parents. At 30, I will accept any salary as long as no one yells at me. All female nightclub closes on opening night because no one bought a section or a single bottle of liquor. Aha, I have been following you. How much did the dean pay you to have Troy play? I'm not having a conversation with someone who emerged from a bush. 70% of births worldwide are venal, Jeff. Chances are you already have. What people did when YouTube disabled comments for videos marked as made for kids. Everyone marks all videos as not made for kids even though we all know they are. My cat is afraid of baths, so in order to get him into one I have to fill it with rubber ducks. How life is sometimes. Me sending different memes to different friends according to their humor level. You just finished scratching your jewels. No effing in the library. This sign can't stop me cause I can't read. Then why are you in the library? To F obviously. Me regretting the plans I made when I was in 5-minute extroverted mood. Man, the moon looks huge tonight. The moon, oh and you don't, the man. 100-0 US Senate passes no tax on tips act. My barber just offered me a $1 haircut if I tripped him $560. Giant kites could pull cargo ships across the ocean and slash their carbon emissions 500 years ago. Random a question, but when you talk to yourself do you use I, you or we? How I look in games. How I look in real. We are going to go around the room in alphabetical order. Tell us a little about yourself. Game development or budget. Fun gameplay with a unique art style and a fantastically written story. Movie cinematic level hyper-realistic graphics. Bees be like yours so big. Like yeah, have you seen these MFs? When you buy new noise cancelling headphones but you can still hear the voices inside your head. What's the most illegal thing you can do with $1? Change it to 100 pennies, put them into a sock and beat someone to death with it. I switched all the labels on my wife's spice rack. I'm not in trouble yet but the time is coming. I don't know much about birds but I can easily identify the husband in this picture. Can't believe people see me walking around looking like this. Fun fact of the day, the reason why pregnant people get ultrasounds and not MRIs is that in an MRI this is what a fetus looks like. Companies when you say something funny. Companies when you spew obvious shill. We are just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year. You only got one family. Yeah, you only got one appendix to, but when it f's up with your health you cut that B out of your life. For men who like adventure. Why don't you like that person? They seem so nice. You know who else seemed to be nice? If they want to paint you as the villain then pose. 7-year-old me when I was told the sun will lie in 5 billion years. Better be a smart fella than a fart smeller. Complete the opposite meanings of the following. Open, closed, over, under. Hey, I just want to say the Dark Souls series is amazing. We didn't make those games. I know, you can't make good games. The biggest scam of all time was convincing kids that Wikipedia, a free source of unlimited information, isn't reliable when there's literal sources at the bottom and a strict editing policy. Childhood fear of ghosts under the bed, darkness, devils, demons, etc. Fear of career, family and life. You do know A1 noisy comes with craziness. The 8-year-old just asked why the tooth fairy doesn't just dig up dead people to get teeth. I don't know, but it's a bloody good question. I was going to head home tonight, but your cat's made himself so comfy, I guess I'll just stay over. 12-year-old me after falling off the roof of my house. 29-year-old me after sleeping on one side for too long. Those are Andy's mom's toys, they have the same names as we do. Banks when a single mother overdraws her account by $3. Banks when they do no risk management and need $50 billion from the government immediately to not blow up the economy. Haha, oops. I could lie and my job would get a Ouija board and ask if I got someone to cover my shift. What did you dream about, me? Me after parents forcefully cleaned my room. 14% of the stuff is missing. Why is it empty? If you knew me before my 20s, you never actually knew me. You knew season 1 me. We were severely underfunded and the writing team was going through a lot. How women look at you when you tell them to just block the guy harassing them. When you start laughing at something you thought of while zoned out during class, and when you go back to attention you notice that the class is watching an 9/11 documentary. When your mom comes to check on you at night but you only have 1 second to form a sleeping position. 2025 is gonna be my year, me in September. Here is my job experience, sir. Touch grass, I can't eat it at all. Me hitting that sweet crusty bro, I won't tell anyone. Bro, 5 minutes later, breaking news. Gum's gotten mintier lately but I can't prove it. Blabbermouthed mom, short fused dad, unskippable cutscenes followed by quick time events every day at home. 3 AM thoughts, teacher, what is your name? Jeff. Jeff without H, teacher, but there's no H in Jeff. Jeff, that's what I said, teacher, are you serious? Jeff, no I'm Jeff. Serious, I'm serious, teacher, who are you? Who? Yes, yes, you, yes, can you stop calling my name? My name. Nobody called me, nobody, no I didn't. The recipe the first time I look at it, 2 tablespoons pure vanilla extract. The recipe the 6th time I look at it, 2 tablespoons. The recipe as soon as I add the ingredient, 2 teaspoons pure vanilla extract. License and registration, me. 4 years ago, the day I did my trial shift for Lloyd's Bank on the phones, answered 6 calls and spoke in a different accent each time, was getting monitored during this, got summoned into HR and was dismissed 24 minutes in.
Spare change, ma'am.